Arsenal 3, Zagreb nil. I mean, when you talk about fast starts, that was a fast start. Listen, I think that's the quickest, Champions League goal we scored since Yaya Sonogo against Dortmund in 2014. So, yeah, we did our thing. I mean, listen, great play from Kai Havertz to actually lay off the ball for Declan Rice. And obviously, when Declan Rice is, crashing the box, hey, he wants to get on the end of things, right? It has been a goal of his, to contribute more in terms of attacking numbers. Obviously, we know how he contributes for us in corners and whatnot, but hey, Declan loves a goal too. Let's not lie. Last season he had a decent goal return, 7. This season, this is his third goal. It's not bad. But definitely I see him as a player that has the capacity to, do more and actually achieve higher and better numbers in that position, right? Especially if he's going to play 8, right? Because obviously we know Zubimendi is going to be coming in the summer. So long term, I think Rice's future Arsenal is probably 65% 8, 35% 6, like that type of thing, right? So definitely his contribution in terms of the attacking phase is going to be very important. And listen, at West Ham, he played in a pivot. He wasn't used to playing, in the roles he plays at Arsenal, which is sometimes a lone 6, which he pretty much did most of last season, or as, an 8, that's, crashing the box, getting forward, making runs beyond the striker and so on and so forth. Yeah, so listen, it's a learning curve for sure, and he's learning the role. He's doing his thing, and listen, credit to Rice because even for the past couple of weeks, listen, we've had some tough games, right? But Rice, he stood up to be counted. You have to give him credit. He stood up to be counted a lot of times. I mean, Villa, even after that horrible result, you saw how he tried to drag the game at a scruff of the neck. Going past one team and dinking out across and whatnot. Like Rice, he leads by example, right? He's almost another captain in the team, pretty much a captain without the armband. So shout out to Rice for sure. And I mean, look at the joy in his face. After scoring that goal, you could tell that hey, that's what he wants, like a lot of, right? Because I think he even mentioned in an interview, he's got his own targets around the attacking front and whatnot and stuff like that in terms of how much he can contribute. So this matters to him for sure. And listen, got us underway from the game quickly. Not that much happened after because pretty much from the point he scored to after that, the match wasn't saying much. These days, hey, watching Arsenal isn't the greatest spectacle. I mean, we get the job done. And then that man Kai, listen, he gets his criticism and he'll get his criticism, especially when he's playing as a striker and missing glaring opportunities, for a club in the position of Arsenal, where we're seeking to, achieve big things. So that criticism naturally comes with the position. It's the nature of football. However, listen, one thing that has to be clear, any personal type of insults, that needs to stop. That does not represent Arsenal fans, and I don't believe any football fan, or any person should just be behaving like that, right? So let's just make that very clear. Cool. But in terms of the football in front, in terms of where you can critique Havertz, his finishing ability, it leaves you wanting more, right? Cool. Today, he got his goal, to be fair to him, crossing the box from the left-hand side, second half. I mean, first half dragged, we wasn't seeing much going on, probably due to the fact that it was a bit of a rotated line, and we saw obviously Sterling, playing on the right hand side. I don't enjoy seeing Sterling play on the right hand side. I think he's probably more of a natural inside forward, maybe back post runs or just running in and beyond. Like, remember when he played left wing, the Carabao Cup? I understand that was the Carabao Cup and so and whatnot, but he just looks more comfortable out there. On the right, I don't think it's just not his game. He just doesn't look comfortable there. So I'm actually bemused at why Arteta is persisting with that. But, that's a question for another day. But yeah, Martinelli actually was doing his thing this game, to be fair to him. He had a couple, good moments in the game. There was one good run he had where he flicked the ball past one of their players and just went on amazing runs. So shout out to him. He had a positive game today for sure. And hopefully he can keep that up because, I mean, listen, we need all we can get. Finally, after this chance, that chance, this chance, that chance, Odegaard finally scores. Listen, and when he scored, you saw the relief in his face. Bro even had to, he kicked the ball and then he was like, you see that? You see how he kicked that Venom? That kick was like, raw, like, I should have been scored already, like, through all these past, like, games that happened, right? Like, that was a kick that showed you, raw. He knows that, yo, especially as a captain too, and in terms of, like, you know, the opportunities he had, he should have done way better, right? But cool, he got his goal. It was actually good work from Trossard on the left hand side. You know, little Meg deflected pass. You know, that evaded Rice, who was actually running in the box as well. Shout out to Rice. I mean, Rice was getting in some good goal scoring positions, right? I mean, he even had an earlier chance where, you know, it's a head. I can't lie, that header was really poor. Right, I can't lie. Rice should have had a brace today. I'm not gonna lie. Got into top goal scoring, you know, positions for sure. And that header, yeah, he should have buried that one. But cool. Like, look, for this goal as well, Rice was in and around the box, you know, present. Evaded him and fortunately fell to Odegaard, who, you know, buried it, put away finally. And hopefully this gives him the confidence, you know, that he needs, because this is his first open play goal this season, I believe. Apart from the penalty that he got, and penalty's not open play goal, this is the only other goal he scored. So yeah, he needed this, man. He needed this. He's been for a rough patch, especially with the team. His boy Saka's not there. I know we know he loves to combine with Saka on the right hand side. Ben White, you know, the telepathy and everything, it's not there right now, right? And obviously, he's had an ankle injury earlier on in the season, and obviously, first couple of games when you come out, adrenaline will see you through. But after that, you kind of have to deal with the rigors of the footballer's schedule post injury. But listen, hopefully that goal gives him the confidence he needs. And yeah, man, obviously, got to do our thing. Premier League, I mean, every time I mention the Premier League, I have to even give a little laugh because it's just a crazy one. I don't know about the Premier League, man. And we do have Newcastle at St James's Park looming early Feb, I believe, sometime around there. Yeah, I can't lie. We need to crash it on Newcastle. We need to crash it on them. We cannot go out this Carabao Cup like this. I mean, things are looking bleak for us. So we cannot go out like that, man. We can't. And let me just make this clear. January transfer window, we have to spend. It's the 22nd. I haven't seen no moves. All I'm saying is exploring the deal for this guy. Bro, it's the 22nd of Jan. Is this club serious? City have already done their deals, you know. Nottingham Forest, they're showing strong interest in Cunha and actually trying to put a record club bid and stuff like that. I mean, Arsenal, pick up the pace. Now I'm seeing, maybe they want Sesko now in this. When, bro, you're going for a club's top player, you should do the right thing. You know, you like to say you operate with class, right? So why wouldn't you get the deal done earlier so that they can have ample time to find a replacement? Arsenal's a club of class. I'd expect them to do something like that, right? Right, maybe? You know, because the same way Arsenal would, you know, be on the gentleman's agreement and whatnot. Zubimendi had a release clause, right? I mean, pretty much La Liga players, they have release clauses, but Arsenal chose to, you know, agree with Sociedad and actually just, you know, leave it and have that something they'll trigger for the summer out of respect for Sociedad, right? So, I mean, when you look at there are things that can be done. And look, tomorrow if we spend 70 million, we decide to go great, happy about it, but I'll also look at it from a perspective of why did we have to drop points here and there? Why did we have to, you know, lose Gabriel Jesus to an ACL injury after already losing Saka for extended period? Why did we have to go through that to sign an attacker? And it looks poor from the club for me, because then I'm looking at it and I'm like, so technically, if Jesus didn't get injured, they probably would have just ran the whole season like that, to be fair. Like, that's crazy work. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, Nathan Butler Oyedeji came on today and for his debut. So yeah, congratulations to him. And maybe we might see him feature the upcoming games off the bench and whatnot. I mean, we don't have a striker now anyway, so it'll be good to see him come off the bench. And yeah, Tierney also came off the bench today. Tierney, I can't lie, Tierney looked good. He did his thing, I can't lie. Is it that? Should we extend Tierney's contract? I don't know, man. I don't know, but we got to throw that one out because, you know, Tierney's our guy, man. Tierney's our guy, literally.